All right, welcome back to episode 3 of Hawks on Hawks. I'm here with Connor, and we have Nico and Spencer in the studio today. How are you guys?
Doing great, man. Connor, thanks for having us on. It's our pleasure to be here.
Yeah, man, excited to be here.
Yeah.
I love it.
This is perfect. This is perfect. No, so we had some off-camera talks. We just had Kayvon on the pod, and so he made a comment that wide receivers talk the most trash. And I don't know this to be fact, but off the air we were talking, and Spencer, you were saying that is so not true.
Yeah.
It's definitely DBs. So I just want like, and Nico, I want you in on this as well. Like, who talks more? Like, do DBs talk to you, or do you talk to them, or like what happens with that? Like, how does that work?
Well, Kayvon and Terry definitely talk the most.
Kayvon and
specifically.
Terry
just
Roberts,
name
right?
drop them. Yeah.
Okay.
2 DBs yapping way more than all the receivers. So
What do they say? You can't repeat it.
I don't even know. What do they say?
Like, y'all are trash. Y'all are like just like we'll catch a ball for 35 yards, and they're just like on the guy's head. Like, Nico could completely route up Kayvon. Not that that's happens all the time, but when it does.
Nico's got something.
No,
to
that's
say
not a
about
shot at. I don't want to. I'm not trashing Kayvon, but
Yeah.
no, I mean that's. I think when receivers talk, it's the most justified.
Yeah.
Like if a receiver makes a nice catch on a DB, like he's gonna talk, and he should. DBs will do it all the time for, when a lot of times it's not even like, oh, like nice dude, like it was a bad throw, like it wasn't like you covered the guy, like, you know what I mean? And,
Yeah. Like you watch a football game and the receiver drops it and the DBs are just right there, like with the.
Dude,
like,
that happens
do
all the
anything.
time.
Yeah.
Like in the NFL, I'm like, yo, you didn't even do anything. But people clown them though, right? Like, right? Like
Yeah.
on like Twitter and stuff. Like people like make fun.
Well,
of
especially if they're burnt and the quarterback just missed them. Like, it's like, dude, you lost. Like, you didn't do your job. You should not celebrate that. The quarterback didn't do his job either, but you shouldn't be like fired up about that. That stuff that drives me crazy. That
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, well, on that topic, I have a question that I'm actually, and this isn't like meant as a dig in any way, but like Nico, like how often do you, and this is like for all receivers, but like say you like run a great route and you like break it off and you're wide open and like you don't get the ball, like do you get mad about that, or like how often like during a game like does that happen? Like you're wide, and this isn't like just Spencer, I'm talking like from high school, like whoever's your quarterback, like does that, like as a receiver you're running a route, right, and you, like you said, you route up Kayvon and you're open and like whatever, maybe like he already got sacked, and like are you pissed at the line, like you should have got it to me earlier? Is that just something that like you're used to and it just happens?
Yeah. I mean, I think receiver is a position where you have to be like ready for that stuff to happen sometimes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's the only position where like if you still do your job, like you still cannot get the ball. Like DB, you just got to guard the guy.
Mm-hmm.
Running back, you get the ball handed to you, you got to run. Receiver, you got to get open. You could be wide open, and then the line doesn't block that one play.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it happens.
There's a lot more stuff that kind of goes on with it.
Yeah.
Like bad throw, good throw, but defender makes a good play.
Yeah.
Line doesn't block, all that different stuff. Penalties. Like you break off like a 80-yard touchdown, holding. Holding.
I don't know how you do that. Like,
Coming
I'd be
back.
pissed. If I had to run that far and, like, nothing.
Dude, like how tired do you get like when you're just like, if you're just like consistently like running like a fly or something, and then it's like you just run all that way and you don't get the ball, you just gotta run back, do it again.
Yeah, it's tough.
Do route, run it again, run it again.
I feel like 2-minute drills are the hardest.
Toughest, definitely.
Yeah. Because 2 minutes, it's like everything,
Oh, yeah.
especially if we're down like more than a score, like everything is downfield and we're going as fast as we can. And then if we score or if we don't score, if we're down 2 scores, like we're trying to get right back out there and do the same exact thing. Yeah, like I think about Purdue where we had a bunch of 2-minute drives and these dudes were gassed at the end. Like I'm having to like yell at a couple guys like, hey, like hurry up back, like it's
gotta
and
go.
it's like,
Yeah.
But at the same time, like I know these dudes are just like done, because it's easy for me to yell when I take 3 steps and then throw. You know what I mean? Like it's not very tiring.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are definitely, I would say, for you guys the worst. I mean,
Do you ever think, Spencer, like do you ever like see a guy, and this might be a stupid question, but do you ever see like Nico break open and like you don't get it to him and you're like, like I owe him one now, like I owe him a catch, or like do you not even think about it like that?
I think like that's a natural thing to think, but it definitely like would affect. You can't let it affect decision making.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
I think like that's where like the older you get, like the better you get at that stuff.
Yeah.
Like if you have a dude that's super vocal about like, oh dude, like I was open, like and he didn't find me, and it's like, well, you know, I wasn't supposed to throw it to that play. I did my job. Like you can't go into the next play like, all right, I'm throwing it to Nico.
Yeah.
Like no, because then that's when you throw a pick. Like that's
Right.
how that stuff happens. I think like, you know, if let's say we come to the sideline and Nico's like dude, this guy can't guard me. Like if we have man and I got like a outbreaking route or like whatever it is, like I'm gonna be open. Like that's something you definitely think about because man coverage is all like matchup. It's just who can get open 100%. And who can get open the fastest. And like that's when I would be like, all right, like I got Nico on this dude, I'm gonna take it, you know. So
yeah,
there's times for it.
No,
for
definitely.
Sure.
I mean, the reason I asked that is because like there would be plays where I would see, like I would do something, and I see Luka like break open, but I already like got rid of it. I'm like, shit, like I should have thrown it to Luka. So then like next play, like I'll be like, okay, like no, I'm gonna make an effort. Like even if it's just an ISO, like I'm just gonna lob it up to him and let him like play 1-on-1. Like I'm just gonna give him the ball to like keep him involved. So I was like not sure if it's like the same thing, like you know in football, like if I saw. Like if there's a couple of plays, 4 or 5 plays in a row, it's like a known thing in basketball.
Yeah.
Like if guys,
Caitlin does that.
If they don't touch the ball or like they're not involved in the offense, like a wing or something, you can like see like the gears turning like in their head, and then like as soon as they touch the ball, like they're gonna take a bad shot. Like you just know, like it's like they're on tilt. Like if you play poker, it's like the same thing. Like they're on tilt. Like they're gonna take a bad shot. So like you always have to be like watching for that. Like as a point guard, but it's also like so many more like plays and possessions like in a basketball game. Like happening quickly. Not like maybe not more plays like overall, but like kind of just in a consecutive period of time, so you can make that effort to like, oh, like I have to get it to Patrick on this possession, or Caitlin's thinking, oh, like I just missed Monika, like I have to get her a touch.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, do you ever say, Caitlin, like, yo, like throw me the ball? Like
I like
stop.
go. I don't know. I have.
Caitlin, stop shooting from 30 feet. Throw me the ball.
I've gotten better at it, but
Jesus,
Caitlin is like so vocal that like we'll get in team huddles and she'll be like, why are we throwing the ball to Monika? What is like she's like really
she
good.
She says that?
Yeah, she
oh,
like
why aren't we throwing?
Yeah,
okay,
why aren't we? No, why aren't we?
I heard why are we also.
No, she'll be like, why aren't we?
Like,
and I
what?
just like
Trouble in
here's the thing,
paradise.
I get so tired during games because I don't know, I have to run from block to block, and like it's an argument between the guards and the post, like who runs more. It's definitely the post. Like I'm sorry, but I don't get to just pull up one step off of half court.
When you're definitely covering more ground.
Yeah.
You're covering more ground north and south, but you
Yeah.
don't cover as much ground east and west.
And I have asthma, so like, God dang it. Like I'm struggling. So yeah, Caitlin definitely does that. She's good at it, but we have way more possessions and more games. I like forget that you guys play like how many games in a season?
12 are guaranteed.
Yeah. That's like not even non-conference. Like
It's
real.
it's non-conference.
Like our non-conference. Our non-conference.
20 big. No, it's the same for you because we played 20
Yeah.
Big 10 games.
Okay. Jeez, I show up and do my job. I don't even know what I'm doing.
You should know that.
Yeah.
Like, Monika.
It's only the 5th year. I'll get there eventually. Okay, I have a question for you guys. So what's like your favorite thing about your team is so big, and like I asked Tori and what was it? Arlen. I asked Tori and Arlen this, and I mean, I think the answers are so cool because it's so different for us. Like I have 15 girls and that's a big team. So like I don't know, what's your favorite part about it all?
About having like a big team.
Yeah, and like having that team culture.
I don't know. Like to me, like the locker room is just great. Like there's always a bunch of dudes in there from all walks of life. Like the arguments and like the discussions we get into, I feel like are really fun.
We need to talk about that. We're going back to that. But continue.
Yeah, and I mean, I just feel like there's with 126, which is how many we have on the roster. Like there's bound to be at least a couple that you get along with really well, and that like you have the same interests as and stuff like that. And like celebrating wins, things like that, like with a huge group is a ton of fun.
Yeah, and we got like 3 lift groups during the summer. All the older guys are pretty much in the middle lift group. I like to sleep, so I chose the later lift group. And then I just get to like meet some of the younger guys and like form some connections and stuff like that, which is cool. Just getting to know as many people as possible.
Okay, so I want to go back to the arguments because that is like, that's what I think I'm gonna miss the most. Like when I'm done is like locker room arguments.
It's the best.
But like, if there's one that stands out, like what's like the craziest argument that you guys have? Because you always have your standard like, who's a better quarterback? Who's better, LeBron or Mike? Like whatever.
Right.
Who's like the best? Would you rather play with this person or this person? Whatever. But like we've had some insane arguments. Like, would you rather fight like a silverback gorilla or like a grizzly bear? Like
that was one like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Like what's like? Is there one that stands out that's just like so?
The ones I'm thinking of, like I cannot say. Like some of these would you rather's that like we'll come up with.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yes.
Are like absurd. I'm trying to think of some PG, at least PG-13 ones, but
yeah, Spencer's corner of the locker room has like the most characters in like a one little pod right there.
Dude,
what is it? Give me the rundown. Who is it?
So it's X, Terry, Cooper DeJean, Leishon, Justin, Keegan, myself, Alex, Tori, Arland, and then AJ Lawson. Yeah, like there's some like absurd, like it's really like hilarious. Like I literally die laughing every single day, but almost none of it is okay to share.
Okay to repeat.
Yeah.
What percent of that is like just about girls?
Oh, God.
Honestly, not much.
Really?
Like, yeah, like it's
interesting. Okay.
I mean, there's certainly like I didn't talk about everyone.
Nico's getting a kick out of it.
But like, yeah, like not a huge percentage. Like a lot of it's just some absurd stuff. Like
I'm literally scared.
I want to know, Monika. Do you guys have this? Like, do you guys
mean,
argue? I feel like you don't really argue. Like, I've never seen like.
We're always screaming is the issue. So like.
Yeah.
And we have one little glass door that like divides our locker room, and like we'll be like freaking out about something the managers did, and they're like on the other side of the glass. So that's like something. But I can't think of. I mean, there definitely are some R-rated ones, but
yeah.
What's girls' locker room talk like?
Honestly, way more like different than what you'd think. I can say that. I don't think I can say any of this.
What?
Like, I really don't
These
think I can.
people listening are like, what are these people talking about
It's
in the
more
locker
like the
room?
shower talk, honestly. Like, yeah, that's all I can.
Shower talk. Yeah, we don't have shower talk.
Get in, get out.
Yeah, most of the time.
See, we take our time.
Just sounds weird.
Yeah, is it open? Is it like communal?
No, we do stalls, but like a lot of times we have recruits. Like, we got to go quick. So, yeah.
Ours is communal. Like, ours is.
See,
40
yeah, ours isn't
showers
like
in
that. So
one
that's probably
room.
why it's different. We're like yelling, like, hey, can you pass the soap under the shower? Like, all type of stuff like that.
We used to have communal, but then they switched it because I think somebody complained.
So you guys have
really?
stalls?
Like a recruit came in and was like, "Oh, like this is weird, like that you have like a communal." Yeah,
We do it.
So we have stalls now because like I don't even think the recruit ended up coming here, but they
Nice.
like came and they were like, "Yeah, like this is really weird. Like my high school has stalls. Like I wouldn't feel comfortable like showering like this." So
you
then
just
they
go home.
So then they did.
Yeah, for
yeah.
real.
Yeah, there's a couple
Like,
guys that don't shower. at the
Yeah.
Yeah, we
facility,
have some
like, they
people
just
who
go
No,
don't.
like I don't care either way. I mean, it doesn't bother me. But like you know, whatever.
Yeah.
The deal with ours is like we have 2 showers that are like awesome. Like they have their own.
The water pressure.
Yeah, like the water pressure's money.
Two
like
shower heads.
Yeah, they have 2 different shower heads. And then the rest of them are just like not great, and they're just like right next to each other. So like a lot of dudes will just
Oh, yeah.
wait in line for the 2 good showers,
Right.
and you know, most of the time if they're taken, you just go shower, just get in and get out. But
Yeah.
this is
Like
taking
today.
a weird turn for the.
Yeah, then we're on shower talk at this time. I feel like we should
Your
move
fault.
this.
You said shower talk.
Guys, I did not
It's your
start
fault.
this. Oh, yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. I definitely did.
But Monika, we'll be in film. Like our locker room is obviously in the tunnel, but then our
Yeah.
film is like right next to that, and
past.
it's right next to their locker room. So like our locker, like we couldn't hear them from our locker room. But if we're watching film, some days like we'll be like mid-session, and they'll just come by. Like when I say screaming, like it's not even.
We're
it
so
doesn't-
loud. It's
they,
bad.
Like literally screaming on purpose at each other, just yelling like screeching noises, like just to be. I don't know why or like
Me
what
neither.
you're yelling
It's
about,
not necessary.
but I don't. It's just a thing like with your team. Like,
Yeah.
you just like
A lot of times, if we're not yelling like that, we're listening at the door. We're like,
So, like,
trying to
what?
listen to your film. Like, we're against the door, like all
You
of us,
don't
like,
want to hear some of our film.
yeah,
You don't wanna
it's
hear that.
that's what we're doing. So if you don't hear us scream,
What's
be-
like your
be worried.
longest film session that you've been at since you've been here? Nico, you first.
Film.
Like the longest one that you've sat through.
Receivers get it not too bad. Not like the quarterbacks do. I feel like the quarterbacks are in there for like hours.
Yeah,
Ours is like an hour tops probably
Is that like pretty much every day?
during the season.
Like during the season, like an hour a day? Yeah.
Pretty much.
yeah. In the mornings, ours are like an hour and a half, and then in the afternoons, they can be like third down days. Like they can be including like independent study afterwards to like finish the cut ups, like, I mean, 3.5 hours.
Oh my god.
4, depending. I mean, it depends on how like advanced the defense is. Yeah,
that's a lot of film.
A lot.
Yeah, it's definitely challenging, especially if you're like it's at night. Like a lot, it would be. I'll be in there till like 8:45, 9, and you got to wake up at 5 for practice.
Yeah. So you said independent study. I just saw in Kyler Murray's contract,
dude.
He has independent study required. What is that like? What is that different than just normal film study? Like when you just like watch with yourself, why is it different? Why does he have it required? That's what it is. Why does he have it required? He must have just not been watching it all.
I would like. I read because like I don't want to just trash the guy, but like I read that like they just wanted to, if they're gonna give this guy that much money, they want to make sure that he's doing what they want. But like to me, like even 4 hours is not.
No, it's not a lot.
Nearly enough like of independent like film work for a week. Like I would hope he's doing a lot more than that. Yeah, but that was crazy. I saw that like he's getting paid to watch film. Like I was joking with Alex, like, man, that'd be nice. Dude.
You guys
would make a lot of money.
Yeah,
right.
You guys would be so rich.
Yeah.
Kyler Murray.
Yeah. Have you guys seen that?
No.
It was dude, what's that guy's name? He's the D tackle for the Jets. Quinnen
Williams.
Quinnen Williams.
Yeah.
So he it was before Alabama played Oklahoma in the semifinal, and like some reporter, it's like media days, like Quinnen, like talk to me about Kyler Murray, like what do you guys have to do to prepare to face him? He's like, man, like he's not even that. Kyler Murray, he's Kyler Murray. And that was it.
That was the whole thing.
That was about to be like, oh, he's not even that good.
That's
like,
what he said.
Seen better, yeah.
Kyler Murray.
He was about to rip him.
Kyler Murray.
And then like caught himself.
And like the media persona that was in him kicked in and was like, dude,
wait.
you can't say that.
I can't say that. He's like, wait, hold on.
Stop it. Intrusive thoughts. What's the most random, like, obscure media question you guys have ever been asked?
Like 2 weeks ago, someone asked me if I noticed a difference in Spencer's throwing motion, as if I'm paying attention to that when I'm running a route full speed. It's like
You can't see his foot.
Yeah.
You're just like looking for the ball.
Sometimes you're just like, what?
just stupid. Yeah.
I mean, I've had like some guys that will, like, they'll just like they're trying to write a story, and I'll get asked like, all right, like what's your favorite food back home or something like that. Like they're trying to write like something like that.
I like those questions though.
Yeah, I mean, like I'd rather
New
just
Haven, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
pizza?
sir.
Oh, don't even.
I want to try that.
New
The
Haven
whole
pizza.
podcast will be about New Haven pizza if you guys get me started.
Yeah,
We
that's
don't
what I was about to
gotta
say.
say.
Bro,
I wanna try
New
it.
Haven pizza is good. You don't like it?
Pizza capital of the world, bro. Come
It's
on.
good.
I've never been.
Oh, I
been,
love
like,
it.
to
It's
the
great.
East Coast like
It's
that.
different.
Have you been there?
Yeah.
For what?
I visited Yale, so like I obviously had to get some pizza. Like
Subtle
when I
Had
flex.
to.
Yeah,
No,
that's
smart.
That's
Cool.
not what I meant it as,
Do
but
you know
that's
where you
why I
went?
went there. That's why I went to the famous one.
Sally's?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
What'd you give it?
I got like the whatever one they recommend. It had a ton of shit on it.
No,
Like,
but one bite, everyone knows the rules.
Like what was
I
your
don't-
score?
Rating out of 10.
oh, what would I?
Be careful.
Okay, so I would say like
So invested.
I'm like a New York pizza. Like I like New York style pizza.
Yeah.
So like the thin crust, like I would say like a 7-8.
Oh my. Nick might walk out of this.
Bro, okay, because listen,
podcast right now.
because I'm talking about if you compare it, like I like if you just walk down the street like in Times Square and you can just get a slice. Like I rate those slices of pizza, like those for me are like a 9, like 9.2.
I'm just watching Nico the whole time.
No, like okay, it was very good. Like, but I'm like I eat a lot of pizza because my dad like only eats pizza. So like when we go places, like we just get pizza. So I don't know, but I thought it was very good. Like maybe like an 8.2, maybe like 8.2.
I'll take it.
But I would take like there's my favorite
try.
pizza
That's all you're gonna
place
say?
is in Philly. My favorite pizza place is in Philly, and that's like a 10 to me. That's my
Nothing's
favorite
a
spot.
10.
And then okay, it's like 9.8, whatever. And then like New York style is probably like my second. Like there's certain places like the thinner crust, like folded up. That's like just like a slice of cheese, a slice of pepperoni, like
Right.
basic. That's like a 9.2 to me. And then like New Haven style is like that next tier for me.
I mean, I'd give Casey's Pizza like a 9.5.
You
No,
guys
you
ever-
wouldn't.
You guys
dude.
ever had Jack's Pizza?
Stop. Monica,
Jack's
stop.
is good. Yeah.
Stop. That
But, like,
Jack's
the
is good,
frozen
but this is
pizza?
not in
Jack's
that.
is so
it's not in the
good.
New Haven conversation
10
or
out
New
of
York
10.
style.
Yeah, like Riley's always trying to talk to me about Casey's Pizza. It's like disrespectful to put in the same
I
conversation.
really haven't. I've only had the breakfast pizza from Casey's.
I won't even look at it.
Okay, the
Yeah,
breakfast
he
pizza
doesn't
is not bad. It's not bad.
It's pretty good.
It's not
We don't
bad.
have Casey's like that in Minnesota, so
So,
I didn't
like-
realize this was like a big debate here.
Oh, it's a huge debate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, you know Dave Portnoy, right?
yeah. I've
He
heard of
does
them
one
once
bite.
or
Everybody
twice.
knows the rules.
Yeah. Oh, he does.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Yeah,
Okay,
I
you know that.
Mansplaining. This is mansplaining
I'm
right
sorry. I'm
now.
just trying to make sure
No,
my
yeah,
point
no,
gets
no, no.
across when I say the next
I need
thing.
to go. I've only been to Maine, so I gotta give it another shot.
It's like
Well, anyway.
I don't know where to
yeah,
hit.
it's like not.
Well, the
it's
East
like not
Coast.
close.
That's like the only East Coast
like
place
not
I've
12-hour
been.
drive.
It's like not
north.
close to where
My
we're talking.
point,
Something
my
up there.
point in this was that I need to go to the East Coast and like really, I don't know, hit all the spots. I've never actually done
Yeah.
Yeah, you
As you were
definitely
saying,
need to.
Nick.
So anyway, Dave Portnoy said New Haven is the pizza capital of the world. So
that. Okay.
that's all I
Not
gotta
like
say.
Italy or Rome.
No.
It's New Haven.
New Haven,
New
Connecticut.
Haven, Connecticut. Okay.
When we went on our like Europe trip to Italy.
Oh, yeah.
The pizza's good, but it's like margarita style. Like it's like margarita pizzas like everywhere.
Like saucy.
Like yeah, but like the mozzarella like slices. It's not like actual
Yeah.
pizza.
Right.
You know, it's like I don't know with the little basil on there, whatever. So it's different. Like
When we-
being actually in Italy.
Like all of us roommates went to Nico's house.
Mm-hmm.
Would have been like a year and a half ago almost, last May. And Riley Moss is like a huge Casey's Pizza guy.
Yeah.
And like if you think Nico's passionate about New Haven pizza, like his father is the most passionate man
Very
about
much.
New Haven pizza. Like, and so we're sitting down at Sally's, like the most famous one
Yeah.
in New Haven, and Riley eats it, and like Johnny, his dad's like, oh, so like Riley, what do you think? He's like, oh, like it's not Casey's. I mean, it's I prefer like Casey's with ranch, and he was like being dead
He was
serious.
dead serious.
And like the look, like there was steam coming out of Nico's dad's ears. Like the look on his face, he, it was like the most disrespectful thing he'd ever heard.
No, that is insane though. Like it's way better than Casey's.
Yeah, not even in the
like-
same ballpark.
But that's insane. He's just pissed off.
Oh,
like,
dude,
just
he's
sitting
like,
there.
he's like what? Like, oh yeah. But that's like who. I mean, Riley just likes to stir the pot sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who doesn't?
So okay, so like I'm pretty sure like the slice that I had like a ton of stuff on there, like all different types. I like did like one of the I don't know, like I did like an OG like what the recommended whatever, and it had like everything that came. Is that like normal, or like what do you get when you get like New Haven pizza that's like so special about it? Like to you, like what's your go-to slice?
You got to start with just a straight up cheese.
Okay,
Sally's is known for like their Clams Casino pizza, which is pretty good. Not my favorite. Then I like to go with like a little sausage pizza, maybe some hot peppers on there.
okay, so you don't do, but you don't do like the crazy stuff.
No, I don't like all like.
I'm
the
pretty
meats
sure I
and
did like
everything on it.
a
The works, everything.
yeah, like pepperoni, sausage, like onion, meatball, like go down the line, like
That's too much.
keep going. And it was like stuff was like falling off the slice. Like I'm trying to eat it, and it was good. Like it was very good, but it was
They sell like a tomato pie there. Like it's no cheese,
Oh.
and it's actually
Yeah, like margarita, right? No, margarita's
No.
got the tomatoes on it.
and margarita has
And
cheese.
mozzarella.
margarita has
Yeah.
cheese too.
No, like I know people that went to school like right outside of New Haven, and they said like they would just go there for the tomato pie. Like it was that good. Like the sauce is that good.
That would be good. I actually
Yeah.
would do that.
You guys are making me hungry.
That's the place, like my favorite pizza place is in Philly. My dad, like it's my dad's favorite spot, obviously because he's from Philly, and it's basically like they do like a circle of sauce and then a circle of cheese and like a circle of sauce, circle of cheese. So it's like
Oh,
you can get like there's a little bit of cheese under the sauce, but
Yeah.
depending on how you eat it, like you can get like just a bite of cheese or just a bite of sauce. Like obviously you want to mix it up a little bit, but the sauce is like so good. Like I always
Yeah.
get extra sauce because it's like so good.
that's
Like,
actually
you got to I'm
that's
telling you,
cool.
like if you're ever in Philly, like you gotta go to Franzones. That's the
Franzones.
spot. Franzones.
I got family like right outside of Philly.
Franzones.
I
They
go there
probably
pretty
know about
frequently.
it. There's like 4 of them there, but it's only in Philly. Like you can't
Huh.
go. I don't think it's anywhere else. I'm telling you, like it's the spot. Franzones.
Sounds good.
But seriously, we only ever eat like Italian food. Like my dad's like a psychopath. So like
I love Fran.
team
Oh my God.
team meal like Italian. The night before a game, like pasta and chicken parm, and like they'll be like you can get like steak or like mashed potatoes, whatever, grilled chicken, but like there will be chicken parm included, like in the meal, like
actually really funny.
or pasta,
I wish
whatever.
our meals were like that.
Yeah.
He makes a distinction. He's like, no, like we're getting, and then post game, pizza. Like he chooses, he eats a pizza and drinks a Mountain Dew. And everybody else, like, you can fend for yourself and get what you want.
Right.
But he's getting pizza, so we're going to a place that has
Hey,
pizza.
he knows what he likes.
You guys go to like a restaurant or something?
It depends. It depends, like where we're like on the road. We always will just get like we won't get like Domino's, but like a place like that, like a local Domino's type.
Yeah.
Can get like a large cheese pizza with Gatorade, whatever, or like pasta, hoagies, whatever.
We get salad.
And then
grain bowls.
After games,
Yep.
that's disgusting. I
Salad
get
and what?
I get
Like
so
grain
hungry after
bowls.
games.
Grain bowls?
Yeah, so it's just like literally like quinoa and kale.
That's
and,
just disgusting.
That's literally the
and
last
like
thing I
God
wanna eat
forbid
after
we
a
have a
game.
cookie. Like that would be the end. Like we would lose our rest of our games.
Don't you guys get? I guess only after wins, but like, don't you get so hungry after wins? Or do you not? Because I get like starving after a game, after we win.
Yes.
If we lose, I'm like not hungry for like 2 days.
Same.
But like, if we win, I'm like so hungry.
Yeah. Yeah. No, like, and we get right on the bus, like, and like it's tough. They feed us really well though, but yeah, like it's usually like probably an hour and a half, 2 hours after the game. Like once all the adrenaline like leaves, then it's just like, oh my gosh, because you haven't eaten. Because for us, our pregame meal is 4 hours before the game.
Same, 4 hours.
Yeah, and like you have, so it's like 8 hours since you've eaten, and you just burned like 5,000 calories.
Yeah.
Like that's I get starving. We get like barbecue. We usually get like really good stuff, or like Chick-fil-A if we're on the road. Depends.
That's big time.
Yeah.
All right, I hate to bring the conversation away from food.
No, we need to go back to football probably.
Yeah, I just like want to know kind of what are you most looking forward to in this upcoming season? I don't know. I'm really excited, and I haven't normally gotten excited for football in my life. So.
Thanks,
Monica, what's
Yeah,
targeting?
What the hell?
Because
Targeting
told
is
me
where you
just learned it.
you hit somebody illegally.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah, you hit him in the head. Trying to prevent.
You
Like,
didn't let me get that far, but yeah, I'm just kidding. Yeah.
We were talking.
That's like
last
the only
episode,
rule I
and you're like,
know.
hey,
Yeah.
I just learned what targeting was, so I wanted you to be able
Yeah.
to showcase your knowledge
You hit somebody really hard.
good work.
in the head.
Thanks. In the head. Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead, fellas.
Yeah.
Nick?
Just playing games.
You guys all give like the same, like the first game, just playing games. Like I don't believe you. I know you have a favorite game or like one that you're most looking forward to.
Ooh. I don't know, dude. I get excited for like all like.
Yeah.
I mean, because like if you, I mean, Iowa State's always super fun.
Yeah.
Because
cool
like the
game.
state, like it's such a big deal.
Playing there is awesome too.
Playing there is like the best. Yeah. I mean,
Get
obviously.
off the bus, they're just.
Is it just
talking
me or is it a
shit.
shitty stadium?
It's grass.
Like, I'm driving by and I'm just like, that
Oh.
place just looks ugly. Like I don't know. It
Yeah,
looks
I mean, they
gray
pack it,
and,
though.
like dirty.
Yeah.
Everything about them. It's just ugly.
Yeah, that's true. But like seriously though, the stadium, because it's right next to Hilton, and like Hilton's cool like on the inside, but even on the outside, Hilton's like not nice.
Yeah, I agree with that. 100%.
It doesn't look like it's not cool like where you're outside. But
This
then
poor architect that designed these.
yeah,
is
like
gonna
the
hate
the inside is great.
Hope he's
Like
not
Hilton's like a
listening.
big time arena. Like no hate, it's a
Yeah.
great spot. Like it's loud. It's the loudest place I've ever played.
Yeah.
But is the football? I don't know. Maybe I'm just reading into it too much.
No, I don't. I mean, I don't know. They all like, other than Kinnick, they all look the same to me. Like, I don't know. I guess I don't pay a ton of attention to it.
Some of them are huge when you walk in there. You're like,
Yeah, Penn State when you walk in, like it's like
Massive.
I
4
can't even
levels.
imagine.
Like it's,
Nebraska's pretty big.
Nebraska's huge.
yeah.
Nebraska's one that I think like looks cool.
Yeah. Do you guys like notice the crowd at all? Because like I know when I play, I like forget like when we played during COVID, it was like no different for me. Like I'm like yeah, this is just normal, which sounds really bad. Like I love having fans. If you're Hawk fans, I love you, but I just like literally don't like hear
gotta block
anything.
it
Like
out.
it's
a good
yeah.
thing.
I just like don't know because you guys obviously have way more fans than we do, but
I mean, I definitely hear them.
Yeah.
I mean, on the road, like when, because it's always like on third down for us. It's like the loudest when we're on offense on the road. And so like the biggest thing is, 'cause especially I have to talk in the huddle and like the guys have to hear what I like exactly what I'm saying. Like there's no room for, oh, I thought you said that. Like, so I'm screaming at the top of my lungs.
Yeah.
Like that's where,
Spit flying in my face.
oh yeah. 'Cause when Nico's in, he's like the the one directly in front
so
of me.
sorry, Nico.
Luckily he wears a visor. But yeah, like I'm screaming. Yeah. Like,
Right.
But yeah, like I definitely noticed
Yeah.
it then. But I agree. Like I don't know. I feel like when you're actually like playing football,
Yeah.
like when the ball is snapped, like you don't
Dude,
hear
I
anything.
feed off the fans. Like I love that.
Yeah.
Like, I hated.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm different, I guess. Like, and
I
either
wish
way is
I-
fine. But like,
I
I'm
don't
like,
know, I'm
like when
broken.
we're on the road, like I want it to be quiet, and like when we're at home, like I want it to be loud. Like I like, and then
Yeah.
I'm playing like for that.
I feel like that's normal though. Like I think I'm just like something's wrong. Something's not connected upstairs. Because I just like legit like I don't know.
Very task oriented.
Yeah,
That's good.
very task oriented.
Well, I feel like that. I mean, there's never like a point in a football game like where I'm just like dribbling at the top of the key,
Yeah.
or
And
like,
it's just like so loud. Yeah.
and it's like it's always like I'm either looking for what I need to look
That's
for pre-snap,
true.
or like it's the ball snapped and there's no
Yeah. That makes
there's no
sense.
like
Yeah.
all right, like we're setting up. I don't even know basketball like that, but like
yeah.
No, I
setting
know
up
what you're
the
talking
play,
about. Yeah,
like,
totally.
yeah.
I
Like
can
when
hear
you're
the
calling,
crowd.
because like when we're calling a play and it's like they just hit a three or something, it's crazy loud, transition dunk, whatever. Like we're in game. Like somebody's trying
Yeah.
to steal the ball
Yeah.
from me as I'm calling a play that hopefully they can hear. Probably not. Like there's
No.
times when like you're calling play, and it's
I
happened for
promise
you
you,
too.
we don't hear.
Like there's plays when like there's no one. Like
Yeah.
I'll be. Oh, I didn't hear the play, so I just like go line up like where I know I'm supposed to, and I'll just like wait and see like what everybody else does.
I do that
And
all
then
the
I'm
time.
like, okay, like I know
Yeah.
what it is now.
I'll figure
but
it
like
out.
I'll just like I'll go line up like whatever, and then we have like our sets
Yeah.
where like I'm sure it's the same as you guys, like where we have a bunch of plays out of a certain set. So I'd go line up, run like the initial start,
Yeah.
which is how all of them start, and then I'll see the action, be like, oh, okay, this is chest, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
Caitlin looks me in the eyes when she calls it sometimes because she knows that I have like no idea what's happening.
Dude, it gets
I'm like
so
fighting
loud.
for my life. Me and another
Yeah.
girl are literally basically punching. And Caitlin's like chest, like just staring right at me. It's awesome. I love it. But okay, Spencer, I have a question for you. So kind of how confusing is it? So I don't know like that much, but you have like the play calls on your arm, right?
no,
You don't?
no, I don't like
Why
that.
do I think that
Well,
was,
you have-
is that a thing that quarterbacks do?
Some do.
Oh, never
So,
mind then.
Like Nate used to, for like our really long play calls, Nate used to
Yeah.
get them on his wrist. I don't like that because like when you're reading, especially like our really long ones, like they're long for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're there's a lot of variation and like detail that I need to know, like I need to
Yeah.
remember. And for me, it's like if I'm reading it, it doesn't. Like if I read the play call off my wrist and I go up to the line of scrimmage, I could be like, oh my god, like what's the play?
Yeah.
Whereas
Oh,
like if
yeah.
I get the signal and it's like 14 words long, like I'm gonna remember it because
Yeah.
like I've been studying it since Monday,
Yeah.
and then that way like I don't know why, maybe my
Yeah.
brain's just weird, but I don't read them. What I'd love to have is like what they have in the NFL is like the quarterback has a
Yeah.
headset in his helmet. That's currently illegal in college. Like I don't know
I
why,
didn't even
but
know
Why would that be illegal if it's legal in the pros?
I think it's a funding deal. Like not every
Oh.
school can afford it, so it'd be an unfair
That makes
advantage.
sense. Yeah.
But with the way everything's like going now, like I would guess I don't think it can't be that
There's gonna be money for
expensive.
it soon.
Yeah.
You only need it for the quarterbacks.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
it's just one helmet.
Like in the NFL, it's literally you're only like the one guy on defense gets it, one guy on offense, the quarterback gets it. So 2 helmets have to be
Equipped.
ready
whatever.
for that.
Wow.
But it would save a lot because like teams steal signals all the time,
Dude.
especially like when you have like rivalries and
Yeah.
like we know a couple teams that like they have our signals, like we know that,
Yeah.
and we have to just have to kind of work
Yeah.
through it.
We can do it better.
Could save a lot of time just having a headset, but
My dad would just like call plays like have you like go right up to him and like cover his mouth, like talks like this.
Yeah.
So you can't read his lips.
right.
And then you try like we never, especially like we won't run plays like in our first couple games. We like never run sets. We'll just like play motion, and then
Yeah.
if we run a play like ever at any point in the season, like you're never allowed to like be like
Oh,
fuck,
what?
like, we can't do that. Well, you guys have 4 plays. I know all of your plays.
We have more
You
than
have
that, but
twist, like
we
you
want
have 34.
we
like,
don't. I feel like
you-
our coaches like don't like.
No, you
obviously,
don't
they
run-
care at the beginning, but here's the thing.
I know
and this
all
is
of your
like a
plays.
flex, but once they can start guarding them, we'll start stopping our play calls. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. Like
It doesn't
when we,
affect it,
yeah,
like,
it really
what-
doesn't. And we do read and react, so like we don't know what we're gonna do. So how do you know what we're gonna do? Like our coaches don't even know what's happening.
Oh.
Everything we just come down the floor sometimes and we're like, all right, what are we gonna do? Like we have no idea.
I mean, that's how I play 2K. Like
Yeah.
I
Same
don't
as
call
motion.
plays.
Yeah, it's just motion.
Yeah,
Just-
literally.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's my favorite way to play. I don't like being a robot.
Right. Right. You can get into Zen
Tune,
mode.
he
Yeah.
A little
says.
bit,
Yeah.
That's why I like tune everything up. I'm just so
Locked
focused.
in.
What am I
That's
gonna do
so-
next?
I think that I don't know. I'd be interested to see like what other people.
I'm being so
like,
serious.
actually-
Like my
No, I
mom
know,
will
I
be
believe
screaming
you.
at me in high school, and I'm like, it's the same in high school. And we
I
didn't
believe
have
you.
that.
Yeah. No, I 100% believe you. I just think it's interesting.
Yeah.
Have you gotten that like? Have you told like a doctor that?
You
No.
should talk to
I
somebody.
should probably talk to somebody about that. No, I don't. There's like no. I mean, I hear Coach Booter sometimes, but
Interesting. All right.
She screams. I went to the game I went to.
Yeah.
She stomps.
it's the funniest because she'll scream at the
Yeah.
bench about stuff that the people on the court are doing. It's like,
bench-
okay,
bench
like what
coaches.
are we gonna do?
Can't control that.
Yeah.
That's
Not
normal.
on the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, fellas, we don't want to take too much of your time. Thank you so much for joining us. This has been great. We covered a lot.
A lot of
New
food.
Haven pizza, shower
Showering.
talk,
Yeah.
like
so
our
sorry.
arguments, like some football stuff, play calls. This
Really
has
not
been-
that much.
This
This
has
was
been great.
good. It's fun.
No, thank you. It was
Thank
pretty
you guys
quick,
so
but
much.
thanks you guys for joining us.
Thanks for having us on. Appreciate it.
Thank you.